Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our brand new podcast. That's still kind of the same podcast, but we're rebranding it for SEO purposes. Guapish, Rule 34. As always, I am your host, Tanner, and today I am joined, as always, by Nico.
That's right, boys. I have finally beaten the COVID. I destroyed it. I didn't even get it. It was that easy, okay? It was just that easy.
You don't have DNA, you have USA.
Precisely.
I found out that Trump never actually said that, and it made me sad.
I didn't even hear that's something he allegedly said, so...
That was something that someone on fucking Twitter or whatever, they like created some fake captions to like a speech he gave, or a press conference he gave after he got COVID, and the line was... The doctors couldn't believe how amazingly my recovery was. They looked at my DNA and they didn't find DNA. It was USA.
Let's go.
And everyone believed that he actually said that. And now I know it's not true. Anyway, also today joined by Jackson.
I've been kidnapped. Please help me. I'm blinking so many fucking times. Please hear me.
Unfortunately, this is an audio-only podcast, so you're going to have to do the verbal equivalent of blinking.
I can't do that. It's impossible.
Damn.
Well, no, come on,
like
Tanner.
Tongue
We have
clicks or something.
we've got like some visuals going on.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah. We're not changing the logo, by the way.
Oh, of course not. We can't do that. We can't do that.
It's crazy.
It's a classic.
Do you have any idea how much work that would be? Where would we even add that, right?
The bottom.
Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, wait. What if we just change the logo just a tiny bit? We angle it upwards, and then it's like doing a cum shot with the word Rule 34 in it. Would that be too far?
Yes, I definitely think so, Tanner.
But it'd be the greatest logo ever.
I definitely think it would limit our stock options, though, in the future.
Damn it. Fuck. Okay. We'll make some concept art of that one and leak it after we die.
Yeah, there we go. Speaking of YouTube channels who have just gone too far and completely lost touch with their audience, I was thinking earlier, boys, that there are quite a few YouTube channels who I used to love, and just I hate them now. I hate them so much. They're bad. They lost what was so pure about them. I want to burn all of the bridges we possibly can, so I thought that maybe today we could talk about the YouTubers we used to love, but now...
We don't.
Fuck them, right? Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. Who gives a rip?
Exactly. Dude.
I feel like you definitely have your example right at the top of your head right now, so go ahead, Nico.
Okay. So just a couple of them here, actually. They're very similar in why I stopped enjoying them. They're both anime channels, so there's a pretty good chance that Jackson knows both of them. I know he absolutely knows one of them, which is Mother's Basement. Jackson.
I do know about him, yes, in fact.
Yes. Good old Mother's Basement. Did you ever watch him at all?
Is this the fucking Suandere video that I know?
Suandere.
I don't think so, no. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, never mind. I feel like I've heard of this channel. Let me look it up, but you keep talking.
He's one of the biggest anime YouTube channels out there. He is colloquially referred to as the Anime Pope. And, his big thing was that he would do these analyses of anime intros and shit like that. And I thought that they were pretty cool. I was like, damn, this guy, he seems smart. He analyzes anime. I dig it. But then the Dark Ages came. The Anime Pope broke his vow of celibacy, and he found a girlfriend, boys. He found a girlfriend. No. This is something that seems to happen with quite a few anime YouTube channels, including Explanation Point. He was more like just analyzing anime in general and shit like that, rather than like just the like intros and shit like that. But yeah, they each found girlfriends, and immediately they would include them in their videos, despite them just kind of feeling like they're shoehorned in there and just kind of bragging like, hey, check it out, I'm dating someone now. It's very strange. They also both like took a very liberal stance at some point, which felt very weird. And so yeah, eventually I was like, man,
anime is known for all of its extremely Western progressive ideals, right?
Yeah, and then when you get a girlfriend, you take the blue pill.
Yeah, so at some point I was just like, man, these guys just ain't for me anymore. I gotta get out of here.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So Nico hates when YouTubers have girlfriends.
Exactly.
Facts.
It bothers me so much. There's something that has happened with like other YouTubers as well who I used to watch aside from these guys. I can't remember any more like specific examples, but I definitely know it's a thing and it bothers me a lot.
That reminds me of a channel I used to absolutely love but no longer watch. Kinda Funny.
Ooh.
I was a big Kinda Funny fan for a long time, and then the shit happened with their one of their co-founders, Colin, where he basically got canceled for a very stupid tweet. Do you know what I'm talking about, Nico? Do you remember
I don't know.
this?
No, I don't remember this whatsoever.
It was in like fucking 2017, I want to say. And on International Women's Day, they did this thing, like activists did this thing called A Day Without a Woman, where women were supposed to just not do anything for a day, I guess.
Yeah.
And he tweets out, peace and quiet, hashtag International Women's Day, or whatever.
Nice.
And then people fucking destroy him for that, and he ends up getting kicked out of the company. They say he left on mutually agreeable terms, but I think very
bullshit.
few people believe that.
Yeah.
And then he went off and started his own company, which I'm a big fan of. I spent a lot of time in the Discord on for that channel.
No,
but I actually kept watching their content for a couple of years after that, and it wasn't until last year when they made a podcast literally called Please Vote for Joe Biden. And it was literally just them telling you, hey, if you don't care, go vote for Joe Biden, which I think is extremely scuzzy and very not cool. I actually hate that, and it disgusts me to my very core.
Yes.
Obviously, if you're a YouTuber and you put out a video where it's like, this is who I'm voting for and why, that's like totally different. That's totally fine to me. But if you're literally being like, hey, are you a fence sitter who isn't all that interested? Vote for my guy because I said so.
That's totally what the fucking Democrat Party's been doing for like the last 4 years, where they're constantly trying to just demonize the opponents, who even if somebody doesn't give a shit about politics, they still fucking hate this guy. So
I think if you don't give a shit about politics, you shouldn't be voting.
Yeah.
I would agree, but that's their whole marketing campaign.
Exactly,
Trying to get
yeah.
the people that don't give a shit and radicalize them. It's fucked
Yeah.
up.
Exactly.
There's some countries like Australia who require voting of adults, which is just a very strange thing to do.
Yeah,
So
no,
people who
weird.
do not care whatsoever are just...
Exactly. That's why you wind up with like bullshit politicians.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like, I guarantee, I feel like I would bet money that in Australia, politicians, the number one thing they can do for their careers is give themselves a catchy name.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Or a name where people look at it and they're like, oh, I want to vote for that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Something that the common man can remember.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Did you hear about the the Prime Minister of Sweden?
Yes, I did.
Boy, did you hear about this, Jackson?
I have not, no. I need to catch up.
Oh boy, I get to... So, Sweden elected its first female prime minister, and then 7 hours later, she quit.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
The job was too stressful.
She said it was, like, too hard or something. Like, literally, the article I saw was, like, hours later, first female prime minister resigns, government like, fell or something. Supposedly, I think it was something like their Congress was trying to pass a budget and people weren't agreeing over it, and then it just kind of went south real quick or something. But yeah, pretty funny stuff. Lots of memeing over there, I gotta say.
Oh, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
Did you guys hear about the Solomon Islands?
No, what's going on with them right now?
Apparently Solomon Islanders are extremely based. Basically, their government... like, put out some sort of official stance that they were supporting China over the issue of Taiwan. And so Solomon Islanders burned their government building to the ground.
Let's go. Nice.
Holy
like to
shit.
hear.
Oh
Let's
my
go.
god. Like, good for those guys, though. Like,
Oh yeah.
those guys
absolutely.
actually have principles, you know? Not like Disney Channel, am I right?
Oh, hell yeah,
Or
brother.
LeBron James.
LeBron? What the fuck does LeBron James have to do with Disney Channel?
LeBron James, he like supports Uyghurs or whatever. Or he
Yeah.
supports genocide, I forget.
What? the NBA sided with like China during the whole like Taiwan and all that shit because the NBA like really wants to get in there in China.
Yeah, they want that China
market,
money.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, LeBron James made a statement about how like China's a pretty cool place. I've been there. I like their food. I like their women. It's awesome. I love China.
I see.
But then he's also hyper woke and is always talking about like how bad America is with racism and whatever.
Yeah.
But he's supporting China.
Yeah.
The country where we have to fucking remove black people from our movie posters just to sell them over there.
Exactly.
A bit of a mental disconnect, I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of a mental disconnect.
Well, hold on a second. Are we going to keep up with the first topic? I know I took us way off rails there.
I was going to
gotcha.
move back to the first topic.
Okay, sorry.
Jackson,
So,
do you have any YouTubers who used to love and now resent with a burning hatred?
I don't know if there's anybody I resent anymore. I feel like I kind of just stopped watching them just because they stopped being my style.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any YouTubers that I specifically don't like anymore because of something they did per se. Like a really good example are just pretty much every single anime YouTuber on the platform because they're all really fucking cringy most of the time.
Yeah.
And because I'm no longer a teenager that likes that type of shit, I realize this is not for me. Like the Anime Man, Mother's Basement, Glass Door, whatever his name is, Glass Review, something. It's like the guy that's like dresses up all fancy and acts all high-minded about it. There's a bunch of people like that where I just don't really like their style of like presenting their content, so I just kind of fell off it over time. Well, I don't think their content's bad. It's just not for me.
Yeah, I think that's the same for me. Like me and Game Grumps, I don't watch Game Grumps anymore, and I think I've moved past that.
Oh, they were on my list of people to talk about, Tanner. What a great segue. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, good old Game Grumps. I don't know if it's just like we've changed. It definitely feels like they've changed an awful lot, though. Which, you know, it is to be expected. When you do a show for fucking... How long have they been going? For like 7 years or some shit?
Probably longer, but...
Yeah, possibly longer. Then you're definitely bound to change at some point. When it's just like two dudes talking, you're gonna run out of things to talk about eventually. And so, you know...
Not us, though.
Yeah, of course. Not us. Never us.
No.
We're so funny and quirky.
Dude, right? You know, sometimes people like a good old Aaron Hansen. He might start to fall into some kind of cringy things. You know, he might start spouting all about how like the new Mulan movie is bad because they didn't have like real Chinese people working on it. And then Daniel asks, "Oh, did the original Mulan have Chinese people working on it?" And Aaron is just speechless. He does not know how to respond to that. You know, just shit like that.
When did that happen? That's fucking funny. That's like actually hilarious.
Exactly. I loved that moment. I loved it so much. But yeah, I don't know. They're just not for me anymore, you know? They're just not for me. They've changed. I've changed. We're not compatible anymore.
Yeah.
It's a sad state. Sad state.
Let me think. Fuck. Jackson talking totally made me think of something and I can't remember what it is now. But another channel, fucking Philip DeFranco.
Oh yeah.
I used to watch him every single day. That's how I got a lot of my news.
Okay.
And then I don't know. He started getting like he always had like a left-wing perspective and whatever, and I could deal with that. But then his words started getting like almost violent towards people.
Yeah.
Like gun owners and people who don't want to get vaccinated. He's like gone literally off the deep end and saying like, I hope you people die and shit like that.
What?
Like not in so many words, but like the sentiment is there, you know?
Yeah, of course.
I'm just like, okay, I'm not. I feel like you're attacking me personally, so I'm gonna bounce, buddy.
Come on, old Philip, pal. We've known each other for so long. Why are you doing this to me?
Yeah.
That's a sad day.
Fucking. See, like, I think last year I unsubscribed from a ton of channels I just wasn't watching anymore.
Yeah, I definitely went through.
Watch anymore, but like,
I definitely went through a purge like that recently as well.
Yeah. It's just because I was watching way too much, man. It's ridiculous. Especially since I've gotten into podcasts, and that's, like, obviously multiple hours of content. So, like, I can't be doing that, and then, like, the 2 to 3 a day uploaders as well, you know?
Yeah, of course. It gets to be too much at some point. For me, personally, I don't have enough content to be consuming. Like, even with all the podcasts I listen to, I just listen to too much YouTube to really be able to, like, facilitate people uploading enough for me.
Oh, boy.
Which is a shame.
Why do you gotta insult me like this? Go watch JoJo's, you fucking clod.
Tanner, how many times have we been over this? I don't watch things while I'm playing video games. At least not anime. I just have, like, YouTube on in the background, because it's nice.
What?
It's nice to
Why
have
the fuck not?
Exactly.
No, I asked you a
not?
question. Why the fuck not?
Why the fuck not?
So, because, Jackson, I want to, like, really watch the anime and soak it in. I want to appreciate the art form. With YouTubers, I don't care. I'm just listening to it. It's like, whatever. They know that this is likely what most of their audience is doing already.
Okay. Yeah. What's your guilty pleasure, like, sort of YouTube genre?
YouTube genre?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, hang on. Let me look at my subscription list, because I don't really think I have, like, a guilty pleasure.
Okay. Let me tell you mine.
Okay.
Yeah,
what is it?
I have semi-recently fallen into the reaction rabbit hole. Specifically, though, I love reaction videos with black people and foreigners.
Okay.
I see.
I can't get enough of that shit. Watching middle-aged black people listening to classic rock songs for the first time somehow, it really is magical. Like, how is this man not heard Thunderstruck by AC/DC? He's 40 years old. It doesn't make sense. I don't care what part of the city you grew up in. That can't be possible.
I'm gonna look it up now because I can't even think of the song you're talking about off the top of my head.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Get ready for a live reaction of Jackson listening to Thunderstruck for the first time. So, like, you just remind me of something, Tanner. Whatever happened to people being, like, super against reaction channels? It used to be seen as the absolute bottom of the barrel, like, scum of the internet, but now just, like, everyone is doing it, even, like, some of the biggest YouTubers and shit.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that. That was extremely a thing. People hating on reactions all the time.
The old content well ran dry.
Yeah, I guess they were just like, fuck it, I need to do something. Maybe they just saw how popular they were, and they were just like, I guess I'm wrong. I guess if people want to watch this, then fine, whatever.
This feels like years after the fact. It feels like people only really started doing this, like, the last 2 years, maybe, I guess.
I don't know.
No,
I feel like smaller reaction channels have gotten bigger, and the big ones have, like, fallen off. Like, what the fuck is React doing nowadays, even? Who knows? Yeah. I don't care.
They were another channel who I considered putting on my list, because I used to watch a fair bit of React as well. And,
I didn't, like, watch everything they upload. I did stuff I was interested in, but...
Yeah, I don't know. At some point I just realized, man, this is not very entertaining. I don't know why I'm watching.
I thought it was just fine entertaining-wise, but I don't know. I feel like I fell off a lot because, like, they would do serious topics, and then literally everyone, no matter what their perspective was so misinformed on anything going on that I was like, this is impossible. These people don't know what the fuck they're talking about anything.
Gotcha. I really loved the episode where the kids played Mega Man, and they were surprised that the spikes killed them.
What?
Yeah, it was like, kids react to the first Mega Man game, and one of the girls was playing it, and she jumped on some spikes, and she was like, those kill you? It was great.
What the fuck else would they do?
I feel like they had a video that was basically like kids react to Donald Trump, and it was like, I guess it was their idea of doing some sort of dunk on him, because, you know, these are small children, they're like, he's stinky! Like, okay, guys, sure, whatever.
I think I would have preferred if all the kids were, like, way into him. They were real jazzed about the old...
Just based as fuck.
The God Emperor.
Oh, that would have been great.
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't you worry. I do still have a few more YouTube channels. One of them is tangentially related to Kinda Funny, because it is basically Rooster Teeth as a whole.
Oh, yeah.
At some point...
When did you fall off?
I don't know. It was...
For me, it was shortly after the Ryan Haywood, Adam Kovic situation.
That was definitely, like, the final nail in the coffin for me. Because, like, you know, despite everything that Ryan may or may not have done, definitely may, He was definitely like
probably did.
Potentially.
He was definitely one of my favorite people at Rooster Teeth, and so seeing him go was like, man, well,
yeah.
I think I guess there's not really too many other people here I really enjoy listening to, so.
Yeah. Funhouse is even worse than that. Their entire crew is fucking gone.
Basically all of them are gone at this point.
It's James and Elise.
Yeah, I think it's just...
I think that's fucking it of the original crew.
Yeah.
I mean, Peak's still there, but, like, they don't put him in videos at all anymore.
Yeah, all the stuff on Adam Kovic was, it was strange that they let him go after all that. But, I mean, hey, he seems to be doing okay for himself.
Yeah, it wasn't... Adam's whole thing was, like, fucking... it was maybe he was cheating on his wife. He was, like... He's, like, a closeted bisexual, and he's, like, made videos of him masturbating in their office.
Yeah.
Like, I've jerked off at work. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. As long as you ask
I can kind of understand being like, what else are you planning to do, dude?
As long as you ask for everyone's consent, it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
He recently wrote a book, though, and supposedly it's pretty good.
A book?
Yeah, a book.
He wrote one of them there books. It's even going on at Rooster Teeth right now. I saw an ad on YouTube. They're like, they're back in the office. I'm like, now? What?
Yeah, they're finally back.
You guys are in Texas. You could have gone back to your office 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What?
Like, the biggest shame about the whole Rooster Teeth thing is that, like, I used to watch so much Achievement Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
But...
You were an Achievement Hunter fiend, I tell you.
Oh, absolutely. An absolute fanatic. At a certain point, I kind of stopped watching the Let's Plays because, like, okay, these are kind of lame now, but I still enjoy the off-topic podcast. That's an enjoyable time. I can get down with this. But then, at some point along the way, you boys know Jack, the good old lovable man Jack, who people just constantly dunk on, because, like, that's his whole thing. That's his role
he's an old
in
man.
the office. Yeah, he's the target to be just get dunked on constantly. At some point, he started fighting back. Jack came back with a vengeance at some point. It was entertaining initially, and then he just got very, very annoying, and I just did not like it. And the shame is that he was in almost every episode of the Off Topic podcast. So, basically all of them were unwatchable for me.
You just don't enjoy Jack Fight Back?
Yeah, no. Okay. I can't say that I do.
I hear Lindsay is a they-them now.
Oh, are they? Okay.
What's up with that?
I don't know. But perhaps having 2 children has really done a number on her or something.
Yeah. I don't... Like, what is that for Michael, though? Like, he married a woman, and now he's not married to a woman.
Now he's married to no one.
Yeah. He's married to multiple people, even.
Yeah.
Do you get divorced at that point? Is it not inauthentic for him to be married to them as a straight man if they're not a woman?
No.
Also, how the fuck are you 30-something years old, and now you're like, oh, I'm non-binary?
Growing up in rural Texas, it really...
Isn't she from, like, fucking Jersey or something?
No, I'm pretty sure that she's from
Texas. Or, like,
Texas.
Wisconsin? I don't know.
No, I think that she grew up in Texas. Michael's the one who's from Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah. They really restrained who she wanted to be, Tanner. They chained her down.
Right.
They wouldn't let her be the they-them they've always been.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
but also, I don't think they've really changed anything about how they present themselves to the world that would really... I mean, I don't know, whatever. We don't need to rehash this debate.
No. Yeah, of course not. We're definitely not qualified enough for this one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I am, but you guys aren't.
Yeah, of course.
I think I probably legitimately am qualified to talk about this. I got a fucking social science degree. I lived in Portland for a while, so I've been around these freaks. I got all the experience in the world.
Don't call them that.
Nah, we're all freaks, you know, like in a loving, good way, you know.
Oh, okay,
the way all the gays and queers are freaks, you know.
Yeah, what do you think he was talking about, Nico? Come on.
I thought you were just gonna say all people in general are freaks, but yeah, sure.
No. Some people are normal.
Get your head out of the
gutter. Not the LGBTQIATSP+, though.
Okay,
the gotcha. QIAPSP+.
I think I need to throw in a second Q, actually.
There's
one's for
Qs.
queer and one's for questioning.
Ah.
That's what that means?
I think there's like an F for fluid as well.
I think we can just keep layering some alphabets on top of each other. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Yeah.
We're gonna have to start using fucking Cyrillic.
Yeah.
Was P ever actually in there for pedophile, or was that always just a meme?
No, P is not pedophile. P is what is P? Fuck, I can't remember.
It's like pediatrician or something.
Yeah, it's pescatarian.
Yeah, there
pescatarian,
you go.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. I think pescatarians are cowards.
Just go the full way, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
Pick a team already.
Yeah. Right? Exactly.
Get with the program, dude.
Mm-hmm. Either eat meat or don't, you fucking cowards.
Yep.
Fish are meat.
Yes, sir.
What is even the ethical argument pescatarians are making? Are they like fish can't feel it?
Fish tastes good. It's most of the time
pretty good
what
argument.
they go for. Everyone that I've ever asked.
Yummy.
Yes, fish, lovey, fish, yum.
Well, listen, I didn't want to participate in the cruel treatment of animals. But fish are kind of like insects or something.
Yeah, are they okay with eating insects at all, Jackson? Do you know?
Pescatarians?
Yeah.
I've never specifically asked about that, so I've got no idea. Potentially.
Okay.
I don't see why not. They don't seem to have any principles at all, so...
I'm gonna be honest, I'm literally a vegetarian, and I don't even know if I would consider eating bugs something.
I was just about to ask you that.
I don't have an answer to that question, to be honest. I've never...
there's only one way to find out. We give you a grasshopper or something. Yeah.
I wouldn't eat bugs because I have better forms of meat, so...
Supposedly they're really high in protein, though, Tanner.
Right.
Yeah, they're
but
just...
they're very small,
yeah,
so...
they're just crawling with vitamins, you know. You just get like a bunch of them, just put them in like a little baggie. You could just eat them like chips, you know. That's all there is to it.
What an awful statement. Eat them like chips.
I'm sure it wouldn't be that bad.
Is there like an insectitarian? Is that
insectitarian?
They're like, I don't eat meat or fish, but I will eat bugs. God damn, I love bugs.
Buggies.
Yummy. Can't get enough of those six-legged little critters.
Love me some bugs.
Let's see here. Okay. It's an ento-vegan, I guess. The Entorian diet.
What the fuck?
Okay. Yeah, they don't eat animals, but they do make an exception for insects.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so there we go.
I mean, insects are basically plants, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They're close enough, dude. They're close enough.
Does the vegetarian argument fall apart now that we know plants can feel pain?
I mean, I don't think that's true at all.
It is true.
No, well, I'm not saying that I don't think the vegetarian argument falls apart because of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like isn't the argument that it's wrong to cause pain to other living creatures? So now that we know plants have pain responses.
Well, I mean, I think that we have a very qualified vegetarian here to school you on this topic, Tanner.
Plants can feel pain, Jackson. Does that not make vegetarianism seem kind of like a moot point, I'd say?
Let me lay on some facts for you here, some absolute facts, right? Look at a plant and look at a cat. Cats are way fucking cuter than any type of plant you're talking about. I'm not gonna eat a fucking cute ass cat, but fuck grass, dude. I'm gonna go raise the shit out of it. Tons of people eat cats. Are you kidding me?
Okay, I'm not eating cats. I mean, I'd try it if I were offered.
I think chickens are pretty cute. People mass murder chickens.
Yeah, look at a baby calf,
I think
Tanner.
grass and flowers are pretty normal looking. Fuck them. Eat the shit out of them.
They can't emote, Tanner. That's the problem.
Why don't you go touch grass?
They can't emote at all.
They just emote too slowly for our human perception, man.
Yeah, plants are too fucking stupid for me to carry them.
There you go. Okay.
There you go, Tanner. It's just
that
on simple
fungus? Fungus is like a weird in-between of meat and plant.
See, this is where it gets complicated, right? Because I made all of the basis of my arguments back in the 3rd grade, so I don't actually have any strong opinions about why I'm a vegetarian anymore.
That's solid.
Nothing holds at this point, but here I am, still doing it.
Here I am, looking through your front door, or however this song goes. I don't know.
So it's interesting, Jackson. Since you don't really have much of a strong opinion at this point, have you ever considered just, like, not being vegetarian?
I feel like it'd be bad for him. I feel like his body would reject it.
Well, perhaps initially, but But eventually, once you like wean yourself off of the vegetarianism, surely eventually it'd be fine for you.
I thought about it many times.
Okay.
I don't know.
Which is probably not what you want to hear a vegetarian saying, but yes, I've absolutely thought about it many times. If I'm actually gonna follow through with it, I don't know.
It's because you're a dirty right winger now. You're like, you like you got two wolves inside of you, and the libertarian one is like, vegetarians are hippie scum. You're like, I don't want to be hippie scum.
That might be it. I think you're onto something here. But legitimately, though, I used to always say, like, yeah, no, I just don't want to, like, hurt animals or whatever. Like, I literally just don't fucking care anymore, to be completely honest.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, fuck animals, right?
Fuck animals.
What have they done for me
Not
lately?
all of them, but don't literally fuck them. Jesus Christ, people.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You guys hear that? We got a new COVID variant coming in.
Hell yeah, brother.
And they skipped over the letter G.
Botswana variant.
Whew, boy. That's really something right there, I gotta say.
And of course, it trivializes all the vaccines
because
we've
now,
had up till this point.
By skipping over G, it's gonna get memed more than if they had just called it the G variant. Like, they have directly caused the very thing they were trying to avoid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They need to hire, like, degenerates like us at different, like, industries to tell them how the internet works.
Well, come on now, Tanner. I don't know
watch
if I'm
their ads and be like,
degenerate.
hey, guys, this is cringy. Can we not?
This is some shenanigans.
If they had people like us, we could have stopped that fucking Kylie Jenner Pepsi commercial.
The commercial
We're
was
gonna
so
be like,
good.
guys, Twitter is not gonna like this, guys. I don't... Man. My brain is trying to think. I'm trying to come up with a thing. Do we have any more channels? You got any more?
Absolutely have more channels, Tanner. What are you talking
How many
about?
more do you have? Jesus Christ.
I have two more. I have
He's
two
got
more.
an entire episode's worth.
Yeah. I made sure to come prepared just in case you guys didn't really have very many.
I feel like I have a lot, but I can't fucking remember. I used to watch Cinema Sins, but like I probably would still find them funny, but again, I just like their jokes get recycled quite a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
At a certain point, you're like, okay, I understand the bit.
Oh, I actually have one.
Ooh.
That I'm like just now remembering. So I used to watch a lot of Minecraft YouTubers way back in the day, and there was one.
He was the biggest Dream fan ever.
No, I was part of like the fucking like Dan TDM, popular MMOs, YouTubers like that back in the day. I mean, popular MMOs is what I'm going to talk about because I used to watch the shit out of his content because he always did like a modded Let's Play series where he just played a modded Minecraft mod pack and just like tried to get as far through it as he could. And I always thought these were super, super entertaining. And then just slowly over time, he and his girlfriend just started making them more kid-friendly to the point that they're not even really playing the game anymore. They're just like role-playing in it. And it got really fucking cringy really quickly.
It's always the girlfriend.
I was like, and I was like, this is really fucking stupid. They're basically making like elementary schooler content at that point. Like the dude used to have a personality, but now he's just some fucking
Let it be known that women ruin success.
Yeah, so that's actually a pretty good example. I was like really upset when he started doing that.
All these Yoko Onos running around out here ruining our good YouTube channels.
All these fucking Yokos, I swear to God.
Hell yeah. I need my Minecraft YouTuber back, dude. I'm crying.
Now, on a similar vein, Game Theory boys. The Game Theory. I'm actually fine with the Game Theorist's wife, good old Matt Pat.
Okay.
His wife, what's her name?
She's
Stephanie, I think. Right? Huh? Yeah, exactly. She's quite attractive.
Now.
They have two
They
children,
have a small Matt Pat.
I think they have two of them. I think
so.
Two? I think that they have two. They have at least one, but I think they might have two.
That's crazy.
They have a mini Pat.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like most people have kind of run their course with Game Theory at this point, even though Game Theory is still a massively popular channel.
Right.
Of course.
Well, yeah. Let's put that asterisk on everything we've been saying. All of these channels we've fallen off of, but they're still massively popular.
Yeah, they're
so
all incredibly successful still.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Matt Pat. There's a good old meme, him just like really milking the Five Nights at Freddy's games.
Right.
That definitely started to get a little old for me. At a certain point, there was some Minecraft video that he made about like, what was it? He was like trying to calculate whether or not the Minecraft world was actually a cube or not, or if it was a sphere. and he came to a conclusion like 2 minutes into the video, and then the rest of it was kind of him just rambling about absolutely nothing, and it was like, what's happening with the rest of this video?
From the outside, it seems like he does lore videos more now than like fucking actual theories.
Yeah, actual theories. Yeah, which it is quite a shame. Yeah, I don't know. Poor MatPat, I'm just kind of... He just ain't for me anymore, you know? He just ain't for me. The good old Sans' nest theory also, I think was the wake-up call for most people during our generation, sort of, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How long is a YouTube generation?
That's a good question. I'd say maybe like 3 years or so.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. That feels pretty good to me.
Yeah.
And then of course, also, my final one here. My final one. I think Jackson knows who these people are. But Jackson, do you know who the PCP are? The Procrastinators Podcast.
Yes, dude, of course. DigiBro and Best Guy are the only two I know off the top of my head, though.
Yeah,
Best Guy was so fucking the Kingdom Hearts lore video that I watched for some reason.
It is part of that. The dude who ran that lecture is one of the members of the Procrastinators Podcast. He is the best guy ever. I think his actual name is Nate. So a lot of people referred to like the Procrastinators Podcast as like the DigiBro podcast. But you see, what I always saw it more so as was Nate and his brother. I believe his name is what is it? I just had it on my head. Ben, that's his name, Ben. I really found it as like them just like colliding with their ideologies, you know, because Nate is like a hardcore libertarian guy, like uber atheist, you know, like he says some real like r/atheism stuff on there, which, you know, a little cringe sometimes. And
atheism in general is cringe.
But he's really cool. I dig Nate a lot. Rad dude. And then you got Ben on the other side of the spectrum. Ben is like the antithesis of everything that Nate hates. He is like a hardcore SJW kind of guy.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't work like whatsoever.
Ooh.
He's like an artist dude. He does like his
old
own
are
comics
each of
and
them?
stuff. Fuck. I think... Let's see, Ben.
Which one's the older brother?
Age. I'm actually not entirely sure. I think they're very close in age. I think Nate might be the older one. Okay, so yeah, Ben is 33, and
you can't be a fucking man in your middle ages and being like a hardcore lefty. That's just not acceptable. You can't go through life like that. If you want to be like some dumb kid in your like mid-20s to late teens and you're like a hyper leftist, fine, whatever. I don't give a fuck. You can like get by like that. You cannot be 33 years old and buying into that kind of stuff. You have to tone it down at some point.
Yeah, I remember that being one of the conversations they had at some point on the podcast, was Nate talking about how, like, well, surely you understand that your current lifestyle is not at all like sustainable whatsoever.
Right.
And you know,
the universability principle, like, if everyone did this, what would the world be like?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, at some point, I have no idea what happened with the people on that channel, okay? Like DigiBro became trans at some point. The fucking Mother's Basement was there for like a few episodes, and then he just like never came on again. Just like a few more random people became like transgender as well, I think.
Like multiple of them? What is Nate saying during all this?
It's like fucking middle school at the table of my old friend group.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, one of the guys was like, I don't even remember what he did. He was like Mumkey Jones, I think was his name. They kicked him out at some point for some reason. I don't know why exactly.
He was too funny, dude. He was too funny.
Yeah, he was just too much. he was too much of the good old comic relief for him.
Can we get this Nate guy on our podcast?
Oh, I wish, dude. I wish the best guy ever would come on our podcast. That'd be rad as hell.
Shoot him an email.
He's literally the only person I give a shit about from that group still.
Yeah, exactly. Really Same here. Yeah, he makes good content. It's a shame that he's not bigger than he is.
Shoot him an email. Let's see it.
Yeah, at this point, Ben Saint is still doing the podcast, and I think the other person who's doing it is Hypocrite, which is one of the other people who became like transgender or something. So yeah.
No, they were always trans, Nico. That's how it works.
That's right.
How old are they? Are they also like fucking middle-aged people?
No, I think he's like in his mid-20s or something like that.
What the hell is up with people in the anime community turning trans?
Right. Oh yeah, they also had a similar situation to like the Jack situation over at Rooster Teeth. They had like a singular girl on their podcast named like May, I believe. And she would be like the most timid person, you know. Everyone would constantly be interrupting everyone because they're rambunctious young men, and she would like never get a word in. And so every now and then they have to like stop and let her speak, say her piece. And eventually she grew some teeth, you know. Eventually she got some nails, and she would fight back. She'd be like, "Hang on, I really want to say something," and she would never actually have anything of importance to say. It would not add to the. It would not add to the conversation.
That was almost a full arc, though. That was almost a full character arc.
It was so sad. It's
too bad. What are they even fucking talking about on this podcast? All these trans people and this libertarian.
So, initially, for quite a while, I do highly recommend going through and listening to some of their episodes, because it's very good. It's very good. I enjoy it quite a bit. They would have, like, a different topic for every single episode that they would just kind of go over for, like, an hour or so. Fucking go to their YouTube channel, you bastard. They would have one about, like, fucking about porn. It'd have one about, like, sex or some shit.
This sounds like our podcast.
Exactly. It's just our podcast.
Wait a second. Are all podcasts derivative of each other?
They have one talking about hygiene, suicide, fat people.
Uh-oh.
They were also kind of known as the podcast that says the N-word for a while as well.
That's an interesting comment. Who was saying the N-word?
That's actually a really interesting tangent.
Most of them?
There used to be a lot of YouTubers that like casually just said the N-word because they're trying to be like the pro-free speech kind of thing. Like Pyrocynical's one of them. Fucking iDubbbz is obviously a huge one. Because
Chris Raygun, he's got a couple videos up there of him saying them. And dude, fucking on the Last Stand Media Discord, Last Stand Media, one of their main shows is Sacred Symbols, which stars Colin Moriarty and Chris Raygun. And some of us got in trouble, not me, but some people got in trouble in the LSM Discord for saying the word retarded.
Oh,
like someone said that, and then an admin stepped in. And he's like, "Hey guys, we're not gonna say that here." And immediately my thought was, one of the, like, literally the probably the number 2 guy in this whole operation has videos on YouTube of him saying the N-word, and we're gonna say we can't say retarded? Okay,
that's too far, Tanner. Come on,
you're the boss here, I guess.
Really dumb. Why did retarded even turn into like a bad word?
Because we started listening to retard. No. We started asking them for their opinion. That's the problem. No, I don't know.
It's really
honestly, like, I you know, retard was never like a big part of my vocabulary, and I did not give a shit until they told me I have to stop saying it. At that point, I'm like, well, now you're making me want to say it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a word that I definitely fling around here and there. I don't see it as, like, a super bad thing, you know? I remember, like, at one point in high school, some girl was like, my cousin is, like, retarded,
my cousin is retarded.
You shouldn't say that.
Oh, my gosh.
Were we one of the schools? I feel like we were one of the schools in high school where they had to, like, give us this speech about not saying retard.
I remember walking down the hall that goes from, I'm trying to remember the fucking lane. It's like, it goes from like, I cannot remember how our school's mapped out. But it was one of the halls, and they had like, one of the walls like plastered in posters saying, hey, don't say the R word. And then, you know, everyone would walk by that and say, the R word? You mean retard? Because, you know. That's the obvious joke to make there.
Yeah, of course.
We're young teens. That's the that, and also like someone's like, "Hey, you can't say the word retard, and then, the obvious joke is to immediately reply with, well, that's retarded.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're setting themselves up for failure.
Precisely.
Literally, if they had just been like, hey, guys, this word hurts some people, maybe cool it, and then they just left it at that, like, I'm sure most people would go along with it. But the fact that they did, like, fucking pep rallies where they had the autistic kids come out and be like, the R word hurts my feelings. Like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
You guys aren't going to back me up on this at all. You're like, I don't like all this dead silence.
Okay, Tanner.
It feels like every fucking time I start ranting about something insensitive, you guys give me like 3 seconds of dead silence afterwards for me to just stew in it.
No, here's the problem, right? Because I do that for everyone, no matter the topics.
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry, Tanner. During the editing, that silence will be truncated down, and so it won't actually feel that long.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
It'll only
Yeah, sure.
2 seconds instead of 3.
Yeah, exactly. Precisely. I mean, for the most part, I can agree with you there, Tanner. For the most part, I can definitely agree with you. I don't like people. I don't like people trying to make me not say things that I really want to say really badly.
Well, I don't have this like deep-seated desire to use the word retard all the time.
I got it. I just got it, Tanner. I got it. It's a fundamental part of my vocabulary. It is, in fact, the cornerstone of it.
Nico, do you think you could get away with saying the N-word?
Me? No. Why would I be able to get away with saying the N-word?
I don't know.
You got black sisters.
Is there a gradient?
That is true. I do.
Do you think you could say it around them? What would they do?
Well, I don't know.
Have they ever said it?
No, not that I've seen. Neither of them really say it at all. So
Are they married to black men?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Traitors.
Well, one of them was married to a black guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was.
I see.
So, yeah, I would imagine that I probably.
It's a vicious cycle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't you hate being right about stuff?
Alright, well, come on.
Okay, we're getting
That's a stereotype, and you know it.
Jesus Christ.
We're getting a bit too racy.
So your sisters don't say the N-word. Okay, your sisters don't say the N-word. But do you think they would like blow up on you? They probably would, right? There's no way they would just let that pass if you said the N-word in front of them.
I definitely think they'd raise some eyebrows. I guess it would depend on whether or not you use the hard R or not. No,
like when I say the N-word, I mean, yeah, you're going hard R.
Oh, going hard R. They might definitely question that a bit, especially since I'm known as a bit more of a quiet, pure boy around my family.
A quiet, pure boy, okay.
Yeah.
Little do they know.
Yeah, exactly. Little do they know. I'm constantly using that word. Constantly.
Where are your sisters at politically? Are they hyperlibs? I imagine they're fairly liberal, but also that's just me stereotyping.
Yeah, of course it's you bastard. Well, one of them is a bit liberal, yeah.
A
bit?
Yeah, a bit. The other one, I don't...
They put colored streaks in their hair. I've seen them.
The other one, I'm not sure where she lands. Because well, you see, boys, most
She's
recently...
an ethno-nationalist that hates the black half of her.
Recently, it was Thanksgiving, and so...
It was in fact Thanksgiving 2 days ago.
Exactly, and so I was over at their house, having a good old Thanksgiving with my fam. Not my parents; they moved away to Arizona, so I was with my good old siblings, my little nieces and nephews. And at some point, my sister and her partner ended up espousing their beliefs, all about how the world may in fact be flat. They've been reading up on it. Watching a lot of very informational videos, and the world might just be flat.
That is so good.
Yeah.
I love that so much. You have a flat earther half sister. That is fucking delicious, dude.
I mean, look.
I cannot believe that.
They said that they're undecided so far, but they definitely believe that we have never been to the moon. That's one thing that they're positive
Okay.
of.
They definitely believe that, okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. You're gonna go to Thanksgiving in 1 year, and there's gonna be like a giant letter Q on their wall. They're gonna have like a framed photo of Trump and shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really untenable. You're gonna be like, man, oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. I mean, surely there's no left-wing flat earthers, right?
I mean,
that
possible.
seems to be a pretty. Actually, you know what? Flat Earth seems to be its own like political stance in a way.
Yeah,
like outside of the left-right paradigm. Yeah, they're just fucking batshit insane.
Yeah,
I honestly, Nico, I feel like you need to try and do something to help them. You need to stop them. Like this is not a path that them at their age can be going down.
I mean, I tried to reason with them. It goes nowhere good.
You're right.
I tried to reason with them a little bit. I questioned, like, well, if the Earth is flat, how can it also be hollow? Okay, have you considered that at all?
Okay. Did you actually say that?
Yes, I did say that.
God damn it, Nico! You can't.
They said, well, I guess maybe if it were like a bell shape, kind of, then
Nico, you can't. You cannot listen, dude. This is your fucking family. You can't let them become flat earthers. You have to do something to stop this.
Well, you see, Tanner, here's the problem here. I also think it's very funny, is the thing. So, like...
It's funny when it happens to someone you don't really care about.
Yeah, but
like this is sad.
I kind of tend to live my life, Tanner, thinking about, what will humor me the most?
God. But Nico, if your fucking nephews, they're going to become flat earthers. Do you want that?
Well, this is a sister.
Think of how hard their lives are going to be if they're that fucking stupid at this age.
Well, you see, this is actually my sister who has my nieces, is the thing.
Oh, okay. Well, then who cares? Women can be stupid and be fine in life.
Exactly. As long as you're attractive, you can be as dumb as you want.
I will say they prefer a dumb chick because they don't have to think about it as much.
We're gonna tell your girlfriend you said that.
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck. God damn it. God, that's fucking hilarious.
Dude, right? It's grand old time. How are you guys' Thanksgivings?
I was wondering if we should save Thanksgiving talk for post-squap.
Oh, okay.
Let's make it a nice little Thanksgiving post-squap.
Yeah, dude.
Sure, why not?
I got some great topics.
Let me here. I got a little topic. Topatio.
A little topic to end things off on.
So I recently attempted to watch the movie Kill Bill.
I thought you were going to say you recently attempted suicide. I was going to be like, Tanner, that's a very heavy thing to bring on. Guys,
I got a little ending topic first. So I recently tried to end my mortal existence. So, I tried to watch Kill Bill.
Okay.
First off, have you guys seen this movie? Have you guys...
I know its existence. I've never seen it.
Neither of you. Okay, interesting. This is going to be an interesting talk then, since you guys have... Anyways, so you at least know that Kill Bill is like kind of a very famous film, and people say it's very good and shit, right?
Yeah, of course. Especially Kill Bill 2. People love Kill Bill 2.
I watched a half hour of it and had to stop because I hated it so much. Now, I've kind of discovered about myself that I hate what I don't have the film vocabulary for this, so I'm gonna describe it as I hate quirky movies.
Okay.
I hate movies that are trying to be cute with the way that they present their story, you know? Like, for example, with Kill Bill, they do the thing where it's like they'll have the character, they'll be going somewhere, right? And they'll start chopping the screen up into sort of comics panels of different shots of them walking to the location. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
And I hate that. That annoys me, and it feels like a waste of my time. Just cut to them at the place. I understood they moved there. They do narration in this movie, and it's not like here's some narration at the beginning setting up what's going on or whatever. It's the character's inner thoughts, and they're being kind of, they're getting cute with it. They're being a little funny. They're being a little silly. They're the things they're saying aren't matching what's happening on screen. And you're laughing about it. I'm I hate this. I cannot stand this sort of fucking way of presenting a movie. You know?
Yeah.
I hate quirky movies, and I haven't run into too many. I ran into fucking this movie called Snatched.
Okay.
Which is a bank robber movie, and it's got Brad Pitt in it. And I watched probably a half hour of that. I was like, no, I can't do this. It feels stupid. It's alright, so I guess since you guys haven't seen Kill Bill and can actually discuss this with me, let me ask, is there any sort of thing that movies do that you guys just cannot stand and immediately make you want to bounce from the movie?
Fuck, I feel like this was actually something I was thinking about last night. I can't remember what I determined, though.
Gotcha. Is it like, let's see.
What about you, Jackson?
What are some common complaints people have? People hate, like, child actors.
Yeah.
Unnecessary CGI. Exposition dumps. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah. If anything, I feel like more movies should have a narrator. But make it like like some sort of like hick or something who isn't an actual character in the movie, and he kind of just rambles and doesn't actually talk about anything that's happening in the movie.
Yeah, he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, I tell you what, sure was something there. Ooh-wee.
All right,
well, I don't know.
I suppose
that's the end of movie talk.
I suppose it's
not
gonna be
even
it for
an episode
today.
though.
Yeah, it's an episode. That's an episode.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought pre-guap went for like 11 minutes.
No, it was like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Is the goal just to hit an hour?
Yeah. That's
Crazy.
that's what the algorithm requires.
We don't have to hit an hour. We can go for however long we want. Truly.
What the fuck are we putting in the thumbnail for this?
I mean, we talked about so many different things, Tanner. I feel like we can easily put like. I feel like we can easily throw something in there. Well, everybody, I hope that you did
Hold on,
enjoy
wait.
this
Okay,
episode.
I got one. Let me just take 1 minute of our time just to really put us over the edge here.
Okay.
Do you guys know what the fuck a kolache is?
No.
Is that a drink?
No, it's a food item.
Oh, then I have no idea.
A kolache is what you and I would call pigs in a blanket.
Oh, okay.
But for some reason, down here in Texas, they call them kolaches.
Is it like
It doesn't make any sense. No. Literally, it is what you and I would refer to as a pig in a blanket. Like that food. Do you know what I'm talking about, Jackson?
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Yeah. It's literally that, but for some reason they call them kolaches down here. And I don't know why.
That is true.
Also, the dough they use is far too sweet. It's actually absurd. I bite into it, I'm like, what the fuck? Is this cake? What are we doing
Texas
here?
Way.
That's what makes it so different.
Have you seen
I don't
anybody
need to be-
eat a stick of deep fried butter yet?
No, I have not. I mean, I could see that in Oregon if I wanted to.
Good.
How does that... They have to be using, like, a specific kind of butter, right? Because, like...
Well,
I feel like deep frying
breading
regular-ass
it.
butter wouldn't be good. Yeah, but, like, the bread is only on the outside layer. At a certain point, you're still biting through, like, half an inch of butter.
Yeah, well, you see, they freeze dried is the thing.
What is that? What difference does that make?
It's like we're just like saying things that don't make any fucking sense.
I mean, we're not saying things that don't make sense. That was 100% Nico saying some bullshit that I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
facts.
Freeze drying is an amazing technique. They can have like so many profound effects on food.
I think freeze drying butter wouldn't do anything. Well, it wouldn't be butter anymore, right? If you take all the moisture out of butter, then it's just like weird yellow powder.
It's magic, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because
butter. Wait, hold on. Butter is fucking like whipped up cow's milk.
Yeah.
So if you take out the moisture, what the fuck are you left with?
It's like running Mountain Dew through a water filter. It's just water.
Yeah.
It's like the same concept, guys.
Can you do that? Are water filters strong enough to handle the dew?
Yeah,
they can handle the dew.
Damn, that's crazy. Well, that was yet another episode of Guapish Rule 34, our brand new podcast that we're going to keep the numbering on.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't ask any questions. Fuck you if you think that this was a scam. Bye-bye.
Bye.